Hello guys, I'm Nintendo and I'm back with another custom firmware guide. Today I will show you how to install custom firmware on your 3DS version 11.9 with Frogminer. But you already did a Frogminer video, yes, but it was for 11.8 and believe me, the method has changed. Now it is easier and quicker. First, you will need to install uTorrent, BitTorrent, Deluge, any client that you like. I have installed uTorrent and this works for me. Then you will need to format your SD card to FAT32. I can't because my SD card reader from my computer broke and I'm using my tablet to read the SD card. I can show to you guys that it is FAT32, but I know it is FAT32. Anyways, if you can't format it like me and you know that your SD card isn't FAT32, a phone or a tablet, anything running Android will format it to FAT32, so there is no problem. And make sure that it is empty, or if you have any important data, don't delete it, there is no problem. Just make sure that there isn't any custom firmware files here like boot.bin, boot.3dsx, you know, those files. Now head over to this website, 3ds.guide, and I really recommend you to read these two first pages to make sure you don't have any doubt of what are you installing, what will it do in your console, and also you can read the frequent asked questions here before commenting anything, because on the last guide I received a lot of comments that were answered here, here and here. So please, before making any question in the comments, please read this, because this will most likely answer your question. But if this doesn't answer your question, I have no problem on replying you on the comments. Now that you are done reading this, click here on Frogminer and here you can start. I will show you guys how to follow in this. We will install custom firmware. If you don't understand very well English, you can click here to translate the guide to your language. But if your language isn't here and you are using Google Chrome, just click here and it will translate you to your language. Now that you have a torrent client and your SD card on FAT32, let's get started. Now insert your SD card in your console and we are going to disable some settings before we proceed, in order that you don't get banned. Open the friend list, navigate to the left, and now click on settings, notifications between friends, and press no here. Sadly, this will disable your friends to see what you are playing, but it saves you from getting banned from the Nintendo network, so I think it's worth it. Now open the system settings, internet settings, spot pass, send enough information and press no, then accept. Now that we are here, we are going to check if your console is compatible with Frogminer. Sadly, some consoles aren't compatible with Frogminer. I have heard of people that have formatted their SD card and their console and it worked, but I can't assure this 100%. Open the download play. And now make sure that you press DS. Now, if this menu opens, congratulations, your console is compatible with Frogminer. If not, you would need to use SeedMiner that costs you $2 or euros, depending. Or if you have a flash card or something like that, you can use it to get custom firmware. Now we are going to open the eShop. Once you are here, you're gonna press on the search bar and type exactly what I type. Sub space wars. As you can see there, sub wars, nothing else. Press on OK, and now you will see two versions. This one that has an update and this one that is the normal one. You can distinguish them by this ver 4.1, and here it doesn't say anything. You need to download the unupdated one. This can take a while depending on your internet connection, so be patient. Okay, now that it is downloaded, we will exit the eShop and we will unwrap the title. Now we are going to turn off the console and insert the SD card in the computer. Once you have inserted your SD card in your computer, you will see that it has created a Nintendo 3DS folder and maybe this folder, and that it has taken more or less 200 megabytes. Now continue reading this and download all the things that you need. This link is the one that is a magnet link, and we will need uTorrent or a torrent client. You see, uTorrent automatically opens. Press on OK, and you will see here that it starts to download. Leave it like that. Now we can continue downloading these things. Download this, basically everything here. And now here it is a very important step. If you fail to do this, the method won't work for you and you will keep getting an error and you will ask in the comments and I will be very busy to reply you. There was a lot of comments in the last guide about this. Okay, once it is downloaded you can just delete the torrent because my antivirus is retarded. Okay, now you need to open system settings on your console and read the version that you have. It is at the bottom right of the top screen. For me it says ver 11 and my console is new. You can search how to know if my console is new or old. Okay, 11.9 042 and my region is Europe. And now you are going to download the other app, not the rugby, the other app. Now you can close system settings on your console. And now we can skip until step 5. Now go to your SD card and create a folder named 3DS. Sorry, 3DS. It has to be named exactly like that. Now copy boot.firm, boot.nds and boot.3dsx to the root of your SD card. Head over to downloads and where is it? Boot.3dsx, copy to the root of the SD card. Now open this release and copy boot.nds. Oh, it doesn't let me. I have extracted it to the root and open the Luma 3ds archive, and again it doesn't let me, I don't know why. Boot.firm to the root of your SD card. It should look like this: Nintendo 3ds, 3ds, boot.firm, boot.nds and boot.3dsx. Now you can close the zip files and continue. Copy the steelhacks folder from the steelhacks.rar to the root of your SD card. Downloads, steelhacks. Let me extract it first. And now you can see that I have here steelhacks. Okay, now you need to rename the payload that you downloaded. Where is it? This file, that is the other app, to payload.bin. How to know if I'm naming it .bin or .bit.bin? You can see here .zip, .xlsx, .rar. If you are seeing that, you don't need to add the .bin because it is already added and it is the file format. If you don't see any file type, you just see release underscore 5.0.1 and you don't see the .zip, then just rename it to payload. Don't add the .bin, please, because it will be named like this and it won't work. Okay, this won't work. It has to be named like this. Copy it to steelhacks, and now you can delete this file. And it should look like this. Okay, now copy frogtool.3dsx to the 3ds folder on your SD card. Downloads, frogtool, frogtool.3dsx, copy to 3ds folder. Now copy frogthird.bin to the root of your SD card. This is the file that you downloaded with uTorrent, Deluge, any torrent client that you have. Here it is. Copy to the root of your SD card. There it goes. And now we are going to open the Nintendo 3DS folder and copy the 32 character long folder name. This one. If you see more than one, like you see another folder name with a very strange name, then you need to do these steps that I won't do because I only have one folder. But if you see more than one, don't try to copy one then another. No, do these steps and you will have your ID 0. Now we are going to create here in the downloads folder or anywhere you want a txt, and we're going to name it ID 0. It doesn't really matter, and paste here your ID 0 code. Save. Now reinsert your SD card, go to your friend list, and you need to copy your friend code. Now that we have our SD card in our console, we are opening the friend list and we are going to copy our friend code to our computer. Okay, so now that you have inserted your SD card in your computer, you will need to open bruteforcemovable.com just by clicking here. Sadly, I can't show you these steps because I have already used the website for seed miner back on May, so I can't show the steps to you because it directly prompts me to download the movable.sed. But I will explain it to you. You will see that it is very easy. First, you will need to input your friend code that you can find on your console. If you don't know where it is, just search it on Google. And then your ID0. Remember that we have it here. Copy and paste. Then complete a simple CAPTCHA and then press go. Then it will ask you to add a friend code in your console, so just do it. Open your console, go to the friend list and add the friend. Choose as an internet friend. Then you will see that the website starts to brute force your movable.sed. Actually, it is in the website, it is someone that has donated a bit of his computer to mine for other people that don't have a powerful graphics card. So, if you have a powerful graphics card, don't press continue or the green button after adding the bot, press do another device. That will download you movablepart1.sed and click here to follow this instruction to mine it yourself. If you don't have a powerful graphics card like me, just press continue and the website will mine it for you. As I explained before, it is on another device of someone else. You can see here the stats that 0 users are in the mining queue. That's good for us. It is on the moment right now. It can change in 5 minutes, so you need to look for the stats yourself. 4 are being mined. It means that 4 computers from 4 different people are mining someone else's movable.sed. And 3 miners are on standby. That means that 3 computers are free to mine your movable.sed. That's good for us too. You need to wait then. After you press continue, the green button, you will need to wait. It can take up to an hour, so be patient. And once you are done, you can click download movable.sed. I have already downloaded it. Now we are going to insert our SD card in our console. Here are the steps that I just explained you. And open the game that we just downloaded, Steeldiver Subwars. So I'm gonna do it and I will see you right now. Now that you are in your console, open Subwars, skip the update. It is very important because if you update the game, it won't work and you need to delete the update data on your system settings. Now we need to select a me. I will select, for example, long. And that's it. Now you can close the game, turn off your console and insert the SD card in the computer. Once you have done that, you will need to open this website, select your movable.sed. Also, you see here that you are recommended to use Chrome or Firefox. If you are using, for example, Internet Explorer or I don't know how it's called, Windows Edge or Microsoft Edge, the one that comes with Windows 10, and it doesn't work, then go ahead, install Google Chrome and try again. Select your region and press start. Now you get a .zap file. Now you need to navigate to this folder. I will show you. Card, Nintendo 3DS, here, title, and now this folder name may vary depending on your region. For example, my region is Europe. I have this code right here. If you are JPN, you will have this one, USA, this one, so it may vary. And now here you will need to copy and replace the file that you just downloaded. Okay, let me just like that. Why doesn't it let me drag and drop? Okay, now go ahead and paste it and click on replace. If you don't replace the file, it won't work. You need to replace the save file. Now we need to copy movable.scd to the root of our SD card. Okay, this is this step. Copy your movable.scd to the root of your SD card. And paste. Now we are going to launch launch Steeldiver softwares, and you will see that it doesn't launch the game, that it launches homebrew launcher. If this doesn't happen, or you get an error, for example, you get a yellow screen, it is normal. A yellow screen is really normal. It can take up to 10 tries to get to the homebrew launcher. Just power off the console by holding the power button and then try again. You can find information about the errors here. Search steel hacks and go to the bottom, and here you have troubleshooting. I get a yellow screen, get a red screen, black screen, the game crashed, and the game booted normally. Before asking the comments, please read that. Okay, now we are going to open Subwars. Now turn on your console with the SD card inserted and launch Subwars. As before, skip the update. And if you did correctly all the steps, you will load the homebrew launcher. Now we are going to open Frog Tool and press inject. Now we need to touch the frog and press on boot. If this just boots you into the first screen that we saw, that was the one of the DS, when we were checking if your console is compatible with Frogminer, if this just takes you there, you didn't inject correctly the download play. So we are going to complete here and press the left option when available. Okay, now we need to tap the large left box, then the SD card icon, then we need to tap the Lenny face, sorry, I'm reading it right now. bottom right. Now we need to press here the frog on the corner. And now we are going to press the second button here. Now we are going to scroll to third and here, and then to the first one and here. This should launch the bin 9s tool. This is very good. We are now one step of installing boot9strap. So select install boot9strap and confirm. How to confirm? Pressing at the same time start and select. Done. Yes. Now you will see this screen. If the console freezes or it happens anything strange, don't worry, just hold the power button, turn it on, and you will see this screen. If this screen doesn't show, turn off the console, press select, and without releasing the select button, press the home button, the power button until you see this screen. So if you don't see this screen, press and hold select and press the power button. That's it. Now we're going to check this option, show none or user string in system settings, and I think you would like to enable game patching. This is optional, but for example, if you are going to use cheats and something like that, you should enable it. But you can access this screen anytime just holding the select button on boot. Now press start to reboot the console. And that's it. You have installed custom firmware on your console. How to know this? If you press select down on the D-pad and the L button, not set L button, the large one, you will see this screen. And if you check the option that I told you to check and you go to system settings, you will see here that it says system instead of version. That's good because you have installed custom firmware on your console. Now you will say, but I have not installed FBI. How to install FBI, please? We will do it right now. I will see you in the computer. Okay, so as I told you, I have not FBI. How can I install FBI? Because I know you will only install dumped games. You will not install pirated games. I trust you guys. Click here to finalizing setup, and we will need to do these steps. You can read this to know what you are installing, and now you need to download all of this. So I will download them, put them in a folder, and I will meet you guys there. For FBI, you will need the 3dsX and the CIA, so download both. For the rest, you will only need the CIA or the main file in the case that it is not a CIA like Godmode 9. I have now all of them in a folder. Check that you have the same. Now, we are going to create the 3ds folder and the CIS folder. We already have the 3ds folder. As you can see here, you don't need to create it again. We'll create another one named CIAS. Now, we are going to copy all the files ending in .cia to that folder, because that folder is for this .cia files. And the same for the 3dsX ones. 3dsX, 3dsx, copy to 3ds. Oh, also you can delete frog2 now. Well, no, sorry, that was a mistake by me. Don't delete it because we now need to restore our download play, so keep it there. Sorry guys. Now create a folder named payloads in the luma folder. Here. Create new folder named payloads. Name it exactly like this. You don't have to name it like payload or playload or playloads. No, just payloads like that, because if not, the godmod 9 won't work. Please name it like that. And now open the godmod 9 archive, and we are going to copy this folder and this archive, and I think anything more. Yeah, anything more. Now go ahead and copy GM9 to the root of your SD card. Here it is. And copy godmod9.firm to luma payloads here. Once you have done that, you can reinsert your SD card and follow my steps. Now that we have inserted our SD card, we are going to open the Download Play app. Now we do not need to select 3DS or DS, just leave it like that. Press at the same time Select, Down and L, and this menu should open. Now go to Miscellaneous option and switch the homebrew title to the current app. Now press B, press B, press B. Close the Download Play app and open it again. Now the homebrew launcher should open. Do not be scared, once you reboot your console, Download Play will work fine. Now we are going to open Frog2. And press on Restore. Now we press Start to exit and open FBI. SD card, CIAs, current directory, install and delete all CIAs. Now that you have done this, press B, and now that you are on this menu, press Start. Now open CTR no time offset. Press A, and then press Start. Now we can exit, and a lot of new titles will be installed. Here you have FBI. Homebrew Launcher and Luma Updater. Open DSP1, this one that has that chip icon. Now press B. So that was simple. Now turn off your console and press Start and hold it and press the power button. This should boot God Mode 9. If it doesn't boot, check if you have GM9 on your SD card and that you have godmode9.firm inside luma payloads. Now we are going to use some scripts here. gm9 mega script. Well, sorry, to access the scripts we need to press home, scripts, gm9 mega script. No, it wasn't here, it was here. Yeah. Clean up SD card. Set up Luma 3ds to CTR9. Oh, sorry, I have to plug my console because it is running out of battery and this can be very dangerous. Okay, now we are going to press A and enter the combo keys. This will allow you to use your 3ds without an SD card. If you were to turn on your console without an SD card before doing this step, you would see the blue light turn on for a second, then off. And you would say, hey, you break my console. And I will say you, no. So if you just see a blue light, make sure that boot.bin is on your SD card and that you do this step. Now we are going to backup options, sysnat backup. This will take around 1.8 gigabytes of space and this is mandatory. Why? Because if you break your console because you are doing something that you shouldn't be doing, you will be able to restore your console and use it again. But if you don't have a sysnat backup, you won't be able to restore your console. I promise you there won't be any way to restore your console. And your console is basically a brick. That's why it is called to brick a console. So wait until the timer hits 0 and insert your SD card in your computer. Once you complete the NAND backup, you will need to copy some files. Navigate to Memory Virtual and copy boot9.bin. Oh, sorry. Copy. Now go to sysnat virtual and copy essential.xfs. And now you can insert your SD card in your computer. Well, first make sure you turn off the console. And now insert your SD card in your computer. Now I promise you this is the very last step of this guide. Navigate to your SD card and now we are going to delete some files and copy some files. You can now delete your movable.scd as you can access it anytime on your console. Frogcert, the patch.bin, and that's it. You may want to keep this because if you didn't restore the download play and you delete this file, you will not have this download play on your console. So you may want to keep this file because you see that it doesn't take any space, and if something failed while importing, restoring those things, you have this file and you can restore it. Now go to gm9 out and delete this archive that ends in sha, and you see that it is very small, 32 bytes. Now copy these 3 files to a safe place in your computer that you know it won't get deleted. I recommend also uploading those 3 files to Mega, Google Drive, cloud storage, because you really never know. But there can be a case that, for example, imagine you break your 3DS, you're going to restore your NAND, because that's how you restore a 3DS that is brick, by restoring the NAND. That is that big file that takes almost 2 gigabytes. And you're going to turn on your computer and you see that it doesn't turn on. Your computer and your 3DS broke at the same time. Wow! It is really difficult for that to happen, but like everything in life, it can happen. So if that happens, you will not have access to the files and you will not be able to restore your 3DS. So with that in mind, you can upload them to Mega or Google Drive or any cloud storage, because if your computer breaks, this will always be available in any computer. So now that you have completed the guide, enjoy the custom firmware, enjoy the emulators, enjoy the dumped cartridges, because you know you are not going to install pirated games with this, because you are a very good person. So enjoy everything that you can now do with custom firmware. Bye. Guys, you're gonna kill me, but I forgot to say that you can now delete these 3 files to free up some storage on your SD card. You can just delete them from your SD card, but make sure they are on your computer and on cloud storage. With that said, bye.